All right, Shalom, Shalom. Shalom. The Hebrew Israelites, GMSLouisianaSaints. All right, we come out here weekend. All right, we come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked society that we're in. Spiritual Rome, spiritual Egypt, the house of bondage. All right, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, with its campaigns and policies and furtherance of the NWO, those George Godstones. All right, the virgin daughter of Babylon, that whore that sit upon many waters, man, that scarlet colored beast. Before we go any further, all right, we're gonna face the east. We give infinite honors and glories to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Harukakudah.
Double honors to the apostles of great millstone who rule well, teach well, and are worthy of the double honors. Right? Teach and bless and teach Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last sections of time, man. All right? And we're in these with Shalom. All right? And we're in even a lesser time than those seconds of time, man. We're in those milliseconds of time, all right? Those where you blink or close your eyes for a moment, you'll miss everything, man. All right? Because the Most High has prophesied against Babylon and Mount Seir, and everything that you see that the Most High has prophesied against, they're coming to pass, man. Through who? The mouth of the prophets, man. Right, from the apostles of great millstone down to the least of us, man. We've been harping, how Jay likes to harp, we've been harping on this RFID chip, man. Telling you that it was the centerpiece of prophecy. So if we're harping on the main centerpiece of prophecy, anything that comes around it, such as the jab, such as these mandates, all right, such as these policies, those three unclean frogs, we're going to pinpoint that and circulate it and bring it around back to the Revelation 13 and 16, man. All right?
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 14.
That's right.
And deceiveth them.
Deceiving, man, because devil means deceiver. All right? Esau, Edom, on the back of the sign, they're spearheading that deceit, man. All along down to the nations that are the least of them, man. Moab, Ishmael, pertaining to Psalm 83rd chapter, Ammon. They plotted against us, but they come on the same accord as Esau, man. And we know he deceived the earth by the means of those miracles, man. All right?
You got all of that. Yeah. The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
Right, because he's deceiving y'all. He's not deceiving us. Because the scripture said we're not ignorant of Satan's device. We're not ignorant of Satan's device. Meaning when Esau comes out with another mandate or another decree, we relate that to prophecy, man. And we keep on going, man. It's not new to us, Esau. We know the agenda that you're coming with, and we can spot you from a mile away, man. According to prophecy.
Come on. Which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Right. Job 9:24, the earth was given to the wicked, so you have power to do this in the sight of the beast. All right, because you're reincarnating America as to be in the ancient Rome, man. Which had Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, all right? And the mouth he had 3 ribs, because we were the main ones that he was subjecting that wrath into, man. All right? And in John 10 and 16, it tells you the sheep that are not of this fold. All right, the fold of Yahushua was with Judea, man. All right, which predominantly consists of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, man. But you had sprinkles of the northern kingdom in there because we were exiled to Azareth, which is America, man. All right, but you still had a little bit of remnants over there that were being persecuted with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, man. But this devil took advantage of ancient Rome, and he's taking advantage right now, man, of you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. And you're falling by the wayside every time. You got it, huh? Like,
saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by his sword and did live.
An image to the beast, because when you go down to Egypt, pursuant to Isaiah 31 and 1, when you contribute and give power to that life and the image, those 2 horns, all right, early up in that chapter, the Democrats and Republicans, we're giving life simultaneously to the ancient Roman Empire, man, because they came with the plebeians and the patricians, which are synonymously today the Democrats and Republicans, man. So he took the ancient Roman Empire and fell into the Eastern Roman Empire, all right? He refurbished it, coming with the Ottoman Turks, and he's refurbishing it to this day, man, and to fulfill his enterprise, man, not the enterprise of the Most High, man. That's why we're the warriors And a hero, we're the real heroes of these people, man.
Yeah.
Speaking according to this word.
And his enterprise is the new world order. Yeah. Okay. The whole new world order agenda is a set in how you say it, a narrative out there so the people can follow it, man. Right. And he done got this devil, these people, these Edomites, they have done a damn good job at it. So when you give life to the image of the beast, you believing in it. Okay? You've been deceived. All right? Go ahead,
All right, this is right. I got you right here. This is Proverbs 16:29. It says, "A violent man enticing his neighbor and leading him into a way that is not good." All right, and that goes into what the brother bringing out. You're gonna trust in the system. A violent man, and we know that this devil, violence covered him like a garment, and he leaded his neighbor into a way that is not good. All right, because that goes into the scriptures that this devil, hey, unless he do some type of mischief, he can't sleep. All right, you take counsel from a violent man. All right, everything he's got is by the destruction of your people. All right.
That's why you can't really understand how a nigga become a cop. You see what I'm saying? Because when I said by violence and destruction, like the brother was saying, what does this devil do? Right. He uses it to his advantage because he got the upper hand on you. All right. If you're an Israelite in any of the 12 tribes, Negro, Hispanic, Native American, Latino, you know how it feels to be pulled over and you didn't do nothing. Nothing. You just got pulled over.
Persecuted for white.
All right. Edomite don't know how that because he's in his kingdom. So like I said, this man, and what does he do? He harass you. He fuck with you before you able to go home. And then he might write you a ticket or something that ain't even valid. He just wrote it just because he could. Right. See, this man will kill you and destroy you by violence in every way that it goes. That's how he got America. That's how he got whatever that he got. But you want to know why he got what he got? Let's go back to Genesis 25 and Genesis 27. All right. When Esau got his blessing, he said he was going to have a fat on the earth. Come on, he did. And the dew of heaven. Right. But he had to live by the sword.
Live by
That's the only way he going to keep.
And he got
his
blessings in the earth and the dew of heaven by the sword.
By the sword.
So he putting the sword on our people.
Psalm 73 and verse 6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment.
Right. So violence covering these people like a garment. Like we got our garments on. This how violence covers them. Come on. You can't ever trust nobody like this. That's why with the rest of our people, they deserve it. Because they trust in this devil. Yeah, they trust in oppression. They trust in this devil that walk by them, and they can't even name one. Like, all you gotta do is ask a nigga one simple question. Tell me one good thing that an Edomite has ever done.
Name it.
Well, all white people ain't like that. I didn't ask you if all white people were bad. I asked you. Name one good thing that they've ever done.
did.
Question, Jake.
Answer the question.
And they can never do it.
Right. They can't ever answer that question. See, there's a problem right there with our people. You can't answer the question, but yet you ain't got no answers. We got the answers through the Spirit.
Right.
And you hate us because we have these answers. So like the brother was saying, and yeah, you can keep teaching, because that was beautiful. Hey, this devil, he does everything by violence. He does everything by death.
Right.
When you look at this society, you got motherfuckers who are worth billions and trillions. But yet there's poverty on earth.
Oh, beautiful.
You look at the central bank. When they actually, you can Google the central bank, and they'll actually open the safe. You can look at that on Google. They show you. You look at Google and you see how much gold they got in that safe. I seen that.
Hey,
Gold is worth damn near $2,000 for a goddamn ounce of it.
come on,
An ounce. So why is it poverty? Why is it poverty? And you got nothing but bars. These bars are like 20, 25 pounds a piece to pick it up.
Oh my.
And they got stacks of it. Higher than this sign, higher than the camera stand.
Yep.
All the way up here. But yet, we hungry. It's a chicken wing shortage.
Oh, beautiful. Hey,
Chicken wine.
just to back that up. Hey,
Chicken wine.
if you was going to that museum over here, that's historically
The planetarium.
the planetarium.
Yeah.
The number one crisis in the whole world right now is what? It's humanitarian. Okay, famine. Okay, because people don't have a goddamn thing to eat. Okay, people over there in West Africa or I'm saying West Africa, over in the land of Ham. Okay, they don't have a goddamn thing to eat.
The Ivory Coast. It's the Ivory
Well, I'm
Coast.
saying you can say West Africa. That's what the children of Israel know. Yeah.
And when you say
When you
West
say
Africa,
West
it's a
Africa,
differentiation
Yeah.
between the
Hamites.
interior.
Yes. Everybody knows West Africa is a different. Finish your point out.
All right. So at that time, all right, which is permanent right now, the Most High did it back then. He's going to do it once again, man. Malachi 3:6. Okay, he does not change. I brought famine this time. I'm gonna bring it back again. People don't have a goddamn thing to eat. So when a nigga ain't got nothing to eat, he turns to a fucking wild animal, man. What's the worst way to die? Ultimately, is through nuclear fire and getting ate up by a wild ass beast, and then through fire, through a famine, man.
Scripture is starvation.
Starvation.
Okay. According to the Bible, starvation is the worst form of death.
Worse than the sword. Because what you're talking about is the
That's
sword.
a sword.
Yeah.
And the Bible says starvation is worse
Yeah.
than the sword. Because the sword it's gonna
Man, when
only
you
last
get
so
hit by
long.
a nuclear missile, man, you out of there.
What, 30 seconds?
Quickly,
now?
when you starving, that shit hurts.
Hey.
By the point store and shut down. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That shit is painful.
Okay. Hey, backing that up. This was coming to Babylon. That's why the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter, is so beautiful. Revelation 18:8, it says what? Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. But strong is the Lord Yahweh shall who judgeth her. All right. So in one day, in 60 minutes, gonna take his music, get over here. What from Russia? That brings up a half an hour. Okay, to get over here. But during all that time, people gonna be starving, man. Okay, now it's gonna be cannibalism. Okay, like. Yeah, I ain't gonna go there.
don't go there, don't
You
go
know,
there.
I was gonna go there. I ain't gonna
We're
do
in
that.
the same
Yeah, I ain't
spot.
gonna do that. Yeah. All right, you got it.
Okay.
Y'all both have one? You ready? You got it.
It's Second Ezra 9:9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
Oh.
Right? Who's those going to be in pitiful case, man? Those, eventually a time is going to come where everyone's going to know they're Israelite. Really, that time is right now, man. Like, everybody's aware of this whole GMS thing. At this point, it's either you've heard it and you believe, or you heard it and you just you a scoffer. Yeah, right? But you niggas about to be in pitiful case in the next couple months from what it's looking like, man.
Dark winter.
It's just for
Cold winter.
Before the missiles hit, the so-called Negro, Native American, and people of Hispanic descent, man, woman, and child, they're gonna know that they Israelites. That's why Heavenly Father say, my great King say, then they're gonna say, Lord, Lord. He gonna say, I never knew your ass.
Matthew 7:21.
Hey, that's why knowledge is being increased in these times, because these times are like a ripple effect, man. These prophecies are like a domino effect. In the minute of the Lord, the elect that's coming in, they're learning this knowledge and gaining it like a domino effect, man. Brothers is increasing the knowledge. It's about to be come up on a year that me, Yediah, Kazaki, D-Rash, Uriah saw those chariots, man. And that's how quick the Most High moves, man. It's about to be a year that happened, man. And we can vivid picture that in our mind like it was yesterday, man.
verse 10, it says, for such as in their life have received benefits.
Come on.
And have not known me.
And what are those benefits? In your
Consolation.
fucking, consolation.
The consolation prize.
Your
Yeah.
PPE loans, okay? Jake Wicked with that. Unemployment. All right? Got Jake on child support. All right? Getting that, no.
Anything that sustains you to go from day to day, so-called without the Lord,
Yeah.
anything, but and I go back to Deuteronomy 28 where it says you be one of our things.
Hey, and just to bag y'all up, just to the brother about that child support, they trying to pass a law to where you got to be vaccinated in order to get the court. So how you know them out? Finish the point, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, and that right there, what the elder just said, that's going
You
to
brother that's going through, through that.
Yeah.
Through that. Go ahead.
Hey, what you said about consolation?
Yeah. Getting your PPE loans, getting your unemployment, okay, stimulus packages, everything like that. All right. What's some more? Food stamps.
Yeah.
That's more. Snaps. These SNAP benefits, man. Esau is prepping you. Is prepping this place for economic collapse, man. It's coming, man.
Your consolation always comes to you putting your trust in the beast system.
Yes.
Anywhere it go. And now this is the total opposite. This is Luke 2:25. And behold, there was a man in Jerusalem whose name was Simeon, and the same man was just and devout, waiting for the consolation of Israel,
Come on.
Right.
and the Holy Ghost was upon him.
Yep.
Now, what's the difference between those two consolations? When he was waiting on the consolation
Of the
Israel,
Lord.
he was waiting for our brother to take this beast system down.
Leviathan. Right? And the other ones are waiting on the consolation for what? We want to see Egypt, Esau, Edom, Americas go on for 10, 20, 30 more years, man. So therefore, we're going to take this jab and we're going to work for this beast so that this place can continue, man. That's what you Jakes are saying when you go down and you take that juice inside you, man. That you know what? I want this place to continue. My agenda in this place is unfinished.
Giving life.
I got ties to this beast. Like they want to say my ties and all
Giving
that.
life to the bitch.
Give it life. I got it, huh?
Yeah, you got this beast system on life support right now. Okay? So when this one example, when a nigga is on his way out to the spirit world, what do? They put those two things up on his chest and try to pump him back up. What are you Israelites doing right now?
And then they tell him what? Breathe.
Breathe again.
Hey, what that's called?
Defibrillator.
When Jake did that fucking them little things to his chest and they
The two things up on him.
defibrillator, huh?
Defibrillator.
And Jake come
You
give him
giving
with that little shock right there.
oh,
man.
and you giving mouth to mouth to this beast system. Okay? When Jake is dead, what are you doing? You're performing what they call CPR. Okay? To try to revive their body. Come on. The deadly wound was already hit, or has already been healed, and our people are giving that alkaline state to this fucking beast system.
Hey,
Man.
it's like when we be bringing it out, and we'll tell Jake, we'll be like, man, this is for you. This is exclusively for you. And they always go out of their way to be like, what about them? And they be talking about the pink and the red people, man. That shit crazy.
Speaking of that, look, and I'm talking about you Israelites and including us. Most of you didn't learn that you was Israelites until what, about 15 years ago? 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago.
Yesterday.
You trying to get yourself right. You don't even know how it feels to serve and praise Yahweh Hashem Shai. But also at the end of the day, here you are. What about the white man? Why can't we say this nigga? See, that came from slavery. That's a slave mindset. All right? You trying to save the white man. See, notice what Jake talk about, though. See, Jake try to save the white man. Jake don't try to save the Chinese, the Japanese, the African, the Arabs. He don't care about niggas at the gas station. Matter of fact, Jake will grab a Fago at the gas station and throw it at the East Indian and go to all these tribes and say, I don't see the white man. Yep, I don't see the white man. We actually had a nigga in Mississippi years ago that came and saw the sign and said, I don't see the white man. Where the white man is? And then we told him that let's try to eat him. That nigga the devil, he was like, no, all of them ain't like that. A lot of them the devil, but all of them ain't like that.
All of
See,
them.
the thing is, Jake is a slave, man. All right? See, the thing is, if you ain't even got it right, how the fuck you expect a whole other nation that it ain't even meant for to get it right? That's being wicked and stupid. All right? It ain't meant for them. Yahweh Shai didn't come for them. Hey, Israel's struggling enough. Matter of fact, Solomon said in the book of it was either Proverbs or Ecclesiastes, he said, there is not a righteous man on earth that sinneth not. So we ain't even been able to accomplish perfection. All right. So if you ain't even been able to accomplish something that you need to accomplish, why would you invite others into it? That don't even make sense. It's like inviting people to I'm gonna feed you and I'm gonna do you all, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna build this neighborhood, all this, but you really ain't got no money. You can do that when you got money, but you ain't even established. You ain't even got nothing. And you talking.
If you throw an invite party only and you send out a certain amount of invites, I got 200 invites, all right? I got the list of everybody that's been invited to this party, and then some other people show up after you know the whole invite list, you know them personally, send out invites to their home, the other people show up. How you gonna look at them? Come on, man. As strangers, man. Outsiders, man.
Hey, what our great people say happens to those that don't have wedding garments on? What are you gonna do to
Cash
that?
out.
Matthew 25.
What if you don't have your own oil?
Yeah.
Lukewarm niggas that one. Go ahead.
Second Ezra 6 and 55.
No, you can't do it. No, I got it. I think you just got to bring it up.
Go ahead and read.
Second Ezra 6 and 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Right. So the Lord made the world for our sakes. And Jake ain't even got the earth right. But he want to save everybody else, and he want to talk about heaven.
He don't got his city right.
Right. He ain't even got his own city. He don't even understand where he live at right now.
They can't even control it.
Right. Oh yeah, his woman is out of order.
Yeah.
And Jake over here talking about all this big shit. No, man. That's why the scriptures say in Philippians 2 and 12, you need to work out your own salvation.
Come on, why?
Get your mind right first. You got to live this thing, man. It ain't about just talking about it. Because really the truth is, a bunch of our people, even the ones who end up finding out today Israelites, and you can see that through ISUPK, IUIC, HODC, all these other groups, HOI, whatever. All alphabet shit. All right? Everybody got the honor of the word. Where do I stand? The fuck is that supposed to mean?
When you look at those current guys, man, they're
Right.
all about the world, the pleasure of the world.
Right. Exactly. It's the honor of the world. That's what they want. It's a vain glory. We seek things in heaven.
Oh,
That's why nobody cares.
heavenly treasure.
All right? Yeah, we got
I
heaven.
got a precept. I got a precept for you. Real quick. Jeremiah.
Wait.
It's like,
It got a little bit more. It says, Second Ezra 6 and 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but they be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Right. Why would you try to save somebody that the Most High done clearly said they're like spit? I can spit right now, and it's gonna hit the ground, and nobody's gonna give a fuck about it.
Nobody gonna say this.
Ain't nobody gonna have a bucket to catch it.
Trying to dive and kiss the
Jump in there. No, I got it. I got the spit. I got the spit, Saquon. Like, no. It's spit. That's the rest of the nations. They're vain. And look at them. Look at what happens when the nations rule the world. When the Chinese ruled the world, it was fucked up. Japanese ruled the world, it was fucked up. When Ham ruled the world, it was fucked up. And now Esau,
The worst.
Uncle Esau,
Base.
you got Uncle Esau over here.
No.
And look at the earth now. Like, it's worse than any other heathen.
And not only is he fucking the earth, he's fucking the animals.
Yep,
Yes.
he actually has sex
Bestiality.
with animals.
Most of the inhabitants of the earth and of the
Hey,
sea.
Earth go back to the animals because those are beasts, man. You can liken that to we were supposed to take care of the trees and the animals, so you can liken Earth to the animals. What the other was just saying, man.
And the scriptures liken animals better than him because they say the scriptures liken animals high above Esau because they say I will set him among the least of the dogs of my flock, man. So these animals have even more sense than Esau, man.
Am I right? Shit, even in Genesis, it say he's beneath the beasts.
The basis of all men.
Hey, the scriptures say the whole creation groaneth because this big ruler. So all of creation is groaning and mourning because the devil's ruling.
This back there what you're saying, and how the hell you trying to save this devil too? Check it out. It says, this is Mark chapter 8, verse 36. It says, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Right. So it's going to show you, like the old Western movies, when the cowboys face off in the middle of the village, and they say it ain't room in this town for the both of us. Yeah. All right. So, and that's the truth. When it comes to Esau and Jacob, it ain't room on this earth for the both of us.
Both of us in
This town ain't big enough for the both of us. This town ain't big enough for the both of us.
Somebody got to go.
We ain't sharing the menu. Right. We ain't sharing the menu.
But that's what Jake wanted to do, like you say.
See, Jake want to share a dominion with this goddamn devil, man.
What about Esau?
No, we got to take him out.
He don't want to share. He want to be under him.
Oh yeah, Jake want to be under.
He want to be under him.
In our kingdom.
He don't even want to.
How you gonna have a kingdom and be under the devil in it?
Jake comfortable right now, right here. Jake don't want no changes to the conditions that's happening to them right now. He backing it up. They don't want nothing to change. Them niggas is complacent right now.
Right now.
Right. Now back off of the elder. It's like when you look at those interviews, you got DJ Vlad, you got just straight up Instagram, you got all these lives you could go on. These multi-millionaire Jakes and Spicks and Tontos, they always flash their money and they be talking to other Israelites.
Yeah.
And they always say, y'all
They
ain't
cater to Esau.
they hate Esau. Y'all ain't fucking with me. I mean, get on my level.
Well, master, y'all can accept me.
See, that's
I behave myself.
I hate that shit.
I'm an obedient nigga. Look,
Right.
I'm not like them, master. I'm not like them niggas. I'm letting you know right now. I will burn one of their ass for one of y'all. Just pick one out, and I'll show you my allegiance. Yeah,
and when you do the process of elimination, you have to understand the power structure. It rewards these wicked jakes for the mind frame that they portray to the masses, man. That's amazing. I'm gonna shit on you. You look too much like me. You understand?
I'm the only one that looks like you that's supposed to get favor from the white man.
Right. Let's just say he was another nation. You're gonna treat him with the utmost respect. I hate that shit, bro. Y'all got it out.
You don't want you white boys favor, man. Keep your shit.
Keep your shit.
Yeah.
You never gave a damn about so-called white man. You don't have to like this. Hey, see, that's why YouTube delete our videos.
Come on,
They call it hate speech. They call it all this. It ain't hate speech. It's the truth.
come on.
They just don't like
All we doing is reading from the Bible, and you just don't like it. The white boys just don't like it.
According to you.
All right. Right. They call themselves Jews, but then when we tell them, no, biblically, historically, and from the paintings I'm about to show you, we're the Jews.
You are not.
Oh no. Now your whole channel gone off of YouTube. Yes. They're gonna show you what we doing. See, we're becoming a nuisance to this devil. And the other Jakes, they rather sell their soul to this devil and lose everything. Oh yeah, Jake had the money. Like Floyd Mayweather, Future, all them, they got the money. But they unhappy.
My master made this possible.
Why would a man who's worth damn near $1 billion be unhappy?
Because he has no
Because
soul,
he has no soul.
no integrity.
And he know it. It cost him.
You know how he became rich?
It's Psalms 37:14. Go hand in hand what you said. The wicked drawn out the sword and have been out the bow to cast down the poor and needy, and they to slay.
Right, and that's exactly what you see happen. See, in this society, the wicked has put themselves in a position to cast down the poor and needy, which are the Israelites. The way that they run this world is favoritism. I'm gonna say something on a personal note that I dealt with yesterday on the way to Baton Rouge. I was going to Covington, Louisiana first. So what happens is a Rolls Royce going 90 miles per hour passes me. There's a cop sitting in the middle lane. It's an Edomite. He has a convertible, Rolls Royce. He's still going. Matter of fact, he went about 95 when he passed the cop. The cop pulled out immediately. I said, man, I want to see this. And guess what happened?
Pull your ass on Friday.
Nope, nothing.
Dang.
Nothing happened.
That's why you're not.
He traveled behind that man for at least 2 minutes and then pulled off.
He ran that name and he saw that it was an Edomite.
That's all
He
it
was
is.
so-called
Mhm.
upstanding. Hold on, now. He was a so-called upstanding. I got a very quick one. Let me bring it up. I know the brother had one, but it just go in what you're saying.
Well, go ahead.
James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world, like he was saying that the guy had a fucking Rolls Royce, all right? The cop got behind him. And what you got to realize is how cops operate, all right? When they get behind you, they have the technology to run your license plate and to run all of your information, okay? So they know exactly how old you are. They know where your address is. They know your criminal history.
Hey,
So if they go ahead.
and 100% on point, all right? And the scriptures tell you that he framed a mischief by law. In order to frame someone, you put the pieces together. You put your technology system, your radars, your
system,
your systems together to what? Who is in this subjection? You so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. These systems are for you to fail, man.
Right.
All the other people, which are the other nations on the back of the sign, they get weeded out of that shit, man.
And with
If
the
for us.
Elder Wall situation, when he ran that license plate, he got weeded out. Can I tell you something? If that was a so-called Negro, if that was a so-called Mexican, if that was a so-called Native American, Elder Wall would have started getting pulled over, man.
They would have put the lights on it. Why? Because, like the script say, he destroyed the poor and needy.
It's like we was going out there to do the works with the elder out there in Jackson. This brother and another brother who's not involved in the ministry right now. Yeah, Mo. All right. We was riding in the car. Okay, and Jake was Mo. Okay, your ass. All right.
Hey,
straight up, I'm talking to you. Okay, you wasn't involved in the ministry. You was shucking and jiving and everything like that. Okay, doing all kind of wickedness, and your house shot sipping your hands out of this thing. But the point is, we was riding in Jackson, Mississippi, and the police got behind me in the car, and I seen him, and he ran a license plate on it. In order for a police to get behind you and don't pull you over, he's running that license plate to see if you have warrants. Your criminal history.
Bring it out.
See, all that ties in together, man. Your whole criminal history. Okay? Trafficking, everything like this, man. Okay? Who is this person? Where is he from? He's from Louisiana, but he's in Jackson, Mississippi. Okay? Riding this kind of car like this. Is he selling dope?
Okay? That's your priesthood.
Hold on, Bob. Let me grab the t-shirt right quick.
Go ahead.
Check this out. This is the back of what the elder said. The elder, because you know, like this devil, when a cop got behind him, the elder said that he didn't pull him over, he just ran them tags. And this is the reason. This is Psalms 73:5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Right. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about these heathens. He's talking about Esau, really, in his kingdom. They're not in trouble like other men. See, now you can just be riding and everything, and a cop can pull you on and be like, hey, buddy, I saw you hit the line.
Yeah.
Hit the line. Like, what you mean? You were swerving a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't be serious. Hey, you catching an attitude with me? No. And you got to calm down because he's trying to provoke you into some evil. He's coming in the spirit of Satan because it's Esau. But the rest of them, they don't get in trouble like that. They don't have to deal with it. They go and their children are safe. They run around and they got land. They got resources. They got all types of stuff. Guess what? Hey, when the winter came last year to the south, did y'all hear about Esau complaining? No. Esau had what he needed. It was Jake who didn't have what they needed. Jake trying to ride in the snow down south just to get to a store that ain't got nothing in it. Why does this happen? They're not in trouble as other men. Those other men are us. They're not in trouble the way that we are. They can walk up after never having a job in their life and get the management position.
That's right. Over your head.
Over your head.
And have to ask their workers how to do their job.
You have to do
And you got to teach the manager how to do it.
Fresh out of jail, 10 years. They still have a second chance. 10 years in prison. Come out in a management position. Serving and lording over Jakes that don't have a criminal history, man. It is what it is.
Hey, if I can say, that's why you see Jakes. You got Israelite Jakes that'll be in trouble with the law enforcement, right? And you got Jakes that'll be in trouble with law enforcement. It's broadcasted for the whole world to see. Jake will have a bullet hole through his whole front torso with handcuffs behind his back. All right? You got to go to the bare minimum to protect your life from this devil. But Esau, they get in front of the camera, Esau talking shit, kicking the cop, telling him he ain't shit, all that, and they still leave with their life.
Throwing shit at him.
You got to go to the lowest of the lowest just for the bare minimum of Esau.
Hey,
man.
when that nigga got killed over there, abroad, you see Esau had his foot on his fucking neck and had his hands in his pockets. Had his hands in his pockets and looking like, yeah, no, you in his right mind.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. And that was going back into what the elder said, because this devil here, he cannot have no knowledge at all of the craft that he's trying to perfect. Okay? But this devil, through the setup of white supremacy, he could come on a job site with no knowledge. And this devil, which is ruling over Jake, or make Jake teach this Edomite the craft and then give him your spot. Come on. So that's why I say that I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants, you know, because we looked at it as a spectacle, man, you know.
And we hear like Baruch 3:8, you know, hey, we're subject to payments. That's right. In the land of our captivity where we done been scattered. We're not even all together. We done been scattered to all the different places. I'm
Mississippi. We don't even 100% know our tribe. We just know we Israelites.
Exactly.
Follow the genealogy.
I'm from Mississippi, right? And I'm in Baton Rouge right now. But when I travel to Louisiana, especially Baton Rouge, New Orleans is quite a bit different. But the thing is the culture difference. Within a 2-hour drive. It's only 2 hours away. And then
it's a culture shock. That's what they
call
it. A culture shock.
Yep.
And the reason why, because Louisiana was governed by French Edomites who did things a little more vigorous than British and the Spanish.
Vigorous. Key word.
As a matter of fact, Louisiana is still up under what they call the Napoleon laws.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why we have the highest incarceration rate. That's why we have the most violent state penitentiaries. Okay, just go ahead and do bagging those up, you know.
Hey, and begging them for the.
And that's why you Negroes down here are the most stupid, dumb, ignorant, rock bottom motherfuckers on the face of the planet, and think that you better than somebody.
Why is
And
Ashley
think y'all better than somebody. Y'all the worst of the worst, and these persons got you niggas thinking you something, man. You go to other states thinking you better than them, and you more slimy than them dudes. You got more more DNA on your body than they do in their state. You done play with more boys than he did. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah, it says the Napoleonic Code, officially the civil code of the French, is the French civil code established.
And this is the source of that cultural shock. It's not because you're better or worse. It's all about who had the Negroes of Louisiana in captivity versus Mississippi. That's all it's about. That's where that cultural shock comes from. Different branches of Edomite ruling over one tribe. It could have been the same tribe, but just over one group and a whole. You got the British over one group, and you got the French over another group.
And you know the part is the thing when it came to down south, the French were extremely harsh, and in Mississippi, Alabama, they was extremely harsh.
Probably the worst in Louisiana.
Damn near,
You know?
yeah. They were the slaves were freed before the rest of the states in Louisiana.
Like 100 years.
Right, like 100 years before the rest of the slaves were freed. So with that being said, we're alike, but we talk different.
Yeah.
They say out here. Instead of orange, they say orange. Instead of hey man, give me a soda. They say give me a cold drink.
Cold drink.
Yeah, they want to go to the top. But we just alike.
The spirit is the same.
Right, the spirit is the same. We just talk different.
Instead of saying door, we say dope.
That's what everybody talks say.
Instead of saying four, we say
Open the
dope.
door.
All right, everybody.
That's a southern thing, though. Open the door, man.
What you were saying?
That's why the Lord say Israel is the people before the place. Because wherever we at, you're gonna know that that's Israel. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's Israel.
Yep.
And that's Israel. Like we just alike.
Man, this is
But
second
damn,
home,
we talking
man.
different.
This is second home. But he got a
It
whole
is.
different accent than what we have.
Yep.
But nevertheless, when we're around, we forget he got to go back to Mississippi. Oh, damn, that's right. You stay in Mississippi.
Yep, we right here. And it's only 2 hours away. And that's the craziest part. They go to show you what the damage this devil did to us, man.
Got a nigga thinking he's better than his own brother.
We're different for no fucking reason. That's how much damage he did to us. We're the same people, but yet different. We talk different.
You just been
We're all of this.
molested in different ways.
Yeah, I done been up north. And Jake was like, oh yeah, you from down south, so you probably this, you down that, you this, that. You probably like this. You probably like fried shit. You know? And they be like, hey, yo, B, this shit's bananas. And it's like, but it's like, no, this is the same people. It just, they're in a different place.
And add a point to you, Elder, like, when you look at Senegal is is in West Africa. Nigeria is in West Africa. But what's the difference? Senegal, they speak what? French. That's what they call a francophone country. Francophone means French speaking. Nigeria is a what? English speaking country. So the culture in Senegal and the culture in Nigeria is day and night, just like how the elders break it down just in a 2-hour drive. Senegal and Nigeria are not there for a point. They're only a couple hours of like they're both on the West African perimeter. They're not there for a point. But you got so many different cultures just on the West African coast alone.
Matter of fact, speaking of even a more personal note, about a month ago now, I think it's about a month ago, Alaska was here. The brothers from Alaska.
They look like they were from downhill.
And,
That's as northern as you can get.
right. They all the way up. They above St. Petersburg, Russia. And they were here. See what I'm saying?
Right
they
in.
had to get, they fit right in. Like, oh wait, these are brothers, like these brothers are
Y'all from Arkansas? I mean,
Alaska. Like, yeah.
But like, they from Louisiana, Mississippi.
Right. It was just hot to them. It was 80 degrees, but it was hot to them. I was like, well, you ain't seen 100 degrees yet, because that's what we normally used to feel. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We've been scattered, and we've been set out to be a reproach and a curse to the rest of the world, man. And the way that Esau been treating us, it makes no sense for our people to try to side with them. Why the fuck would you try to side with somebody who's oppressed you the whole time? And not only that, why would you try to say, oh, not all white people like that, all this other shit? It's not cool. All right. Be friends with a so-called white man and try to buy him something. Go out. Go out with him. I've seen it.
He's gonna tell you no.
He's not gonna let you
He's
buy
not gonna
him a
let you
damn
do
thing.
it. And
He's gonna buy all your shit.
He's gonna demand to do it.
He's gonna buy all your stuff. You might look at it.
He's gonna
Right.
demand to do it.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And see, but the thing is, you looking at it as a Jake like shit. Will buy everything.
Why?
Man, I'm fine with
about
it. But no, Esau's not letting you buy nothing for him because in his mindset, I will never let a nigga surpass me and buy
That's it, mindset.
my stuff. Pay for me.
No way I'm gonna let my slaves surpass me.
Right.
But
That's the mindset that he's in, and you gotta understand that.
But you're gonna be able to appreciate that he's being hostile.
Yep.
That he's sharing. That he's caring. But that's not really the issue. It's that
It's within him.
Yeah.
That birthright.
yeah,
Pride.
yeah,
Pride.
yeah.
Birthright.
What I allow you to do.
Yeah, I love
Your freedom is based on what the so-called white man allows you to do. That's what freedom is to the so-called Negroes like us in this America.
Right.
So my question is that really freedom at the end of the
That ain't
day?
shit. That ain't shit.
You're not free, man.
You're not
That ain't the life.
you're not free. You're not liberal
This all deal with privilege.
until you able to carry out your customs, your culture, and your laws
With no punishment
with
behind
no,
it.
No ramifications.
with no ramifications.
You're not free until you have slaves.
Right. When
That's-
you got
that's a-
servants.
That's a real blessing right there. To have slaves with land, man. All right?
Hello.
That's a real fucking.
Right.
Not now.
All right, hey, backing that up. This is a book, all right, called Creole,
Oh, there you
all
go.
right, and Americanization.
You can wait to put
Creole,
on.
I love this, man. All right, but we tell you can't know the Bible unless you know the history, man. All right, this is straight history
Because
right
the
here.
Bible is not a religious book. It's
Right.
a history and prophetic book about these people. Period.
That has also been proven 100% accurate when it comes to history. This is the only book on earth that has been proven 100% accurate in history. It actually happened.
And it has also been proven that these scriptures and prophecies were written in the point of history before the actual events happened. Like Alexander. You can actually prove that these scriptures, when you go in Daniel, took place before Alexander the Great and his 4 generals taking place. You can actually prove that their prophecy was given into the book of Daniel already prescribed on the earth years before that actually took place.
And then you got the book of Maccabees right after that. That explains what happened when they got into power. The same prophecy.
Scripture out.
It's right there.
8th chapter is 200 years before the Greeks came.
Before the Greek Hellenization, as they call it. The Hellenization era.
Prophecy
I
fulfilled.
can say something to add on what the other saying. And like the times we going into, what I'm about to say, we have to choose our words very carefully. But the prophecies that we running into are what he just brought out was 200 years old. The ones that we're coming up on are 2,000 years old. And it's so fucked up that we just can't straight up tell you what we want to tell you. We have to tell you in a roundabout way. All right? But this
Shit,
global thing that's happening on a global level, and they require you to get global applications. This is a prophecy that's 2,000 years old. Man.
Begging the elder, please, Isaiah 46:10, please, declaring the, and this for you, elder, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Because, like, from ancient times, there's many prophets of old that declare things that hadn't come to pass yet, man. Jeremiah, like the book of Daniel, man, that declared things that were yet to come. But that's the beauty of the Most High. And that's the spirit who was going into it, saying that what? America, in the spirit, this already done, man. We just got to fulfill our life in this place.
It's like this here, man. If you're an author of a video game, now let's say this video game is about creating planets, putting people in it, building kingdoms, but yet you're the administrator of that game. You're the head executive, you're the head producer, designer, architect of this game. You see what I'm saying? And all we're doing is reminding the earth is that this is a product of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Whether you want to receive it or not, that's all we're here to do. You know, the Lord Scripture also says that because judgment is not executed speedily,
send the heart of the wicked to do more evil.
That's what's going on. Because we're out here warning y'all about this judgment that's coming, but the fact that it's not happening is what giving y'all the leeway to say we're in control.
Liberty. I got that.
Nobody created us. Nobody run this. Nobody control this. We can do what we want to do. The sky is the limit. That's what they say.
See, the mentality about the mentality is that our master delayed is coming. All right, so
to the point they don't even believe nothing is coming no more. That's what got go ahead, bro.
We say that our master delayed is coming. So then, therefore, what they get caught up in following this. You know, they become debunkers of the Bible. You know, and then you have
nobody coming.
That's right.
So how much more wicked they gonna get? Ain't nobody coming.
Hey, when you hear this so-called Christian talk, they be like, "Oh, my grandmother always said it was gonna be the last day. Her grandmother said it was gonna be the last days too."
And they was right because they were the last days back then. Those were the last days.
They don't even know when the last days even begin.
They don't, but in the spirit that they're being, oh man, everybody said that before. And in the spirit they're not waiting for the last day. They say do whatever you gotta do.
They're
really unbelievable.
Yeah. What they're basically saying is every generation has that dark time. Every generation has something that they can point out and apply to Revelation. This generation is different, goddammit. And if you don't see it, that's on your ass, man.
That's why Scripture says this generation shall not pay until all be fulfilled. All these prophecies are going to be fulfilled.
Yeah. Before
Yahweh shall return. It says not one jot, not one tittle shall pass, man. The Most High ain't letting nothing escape.
And he really getting detailed in these last days, seconds of time. He didn't get detailed in those other times because that wasn't the time. What the scriptures say, he and I'm gonna paraphrase. It says that he withdrew himself from us for a time, times, and a half of a time. All right, start from the 60s all the way to Salakia. Starting from the 1619 into the 60s, the Most High set up things in a manner to where we are right now, man. You have to understand spiritual things.
It told you in the last days, wisdom shall be increased on earth. Now, now look at us. Look at us. Look at us.
12 and 4.
A lot of us ain't got no college education. We ain't got no doctor's degrees. We ain't got no scholar type certifications or nothing like that. We ain't went to no religion Bible school, nothing like that. But yeah, we know the Bible more than everybody on earth.
Bible.
We know the Bible more than everybody on earth. The average guy who used to be smoking blunts and doing crazy shit, now he's teaching your ass. This man ain't doing that no more. He done turned away from that, and he's able to teach you things that you have never heard ever in your life.
Never thought you would have heard.
Right. And it's coming straight out of the scriptures. So that's going to show you the level that the Lord is dealing with his people. But also, it also goes to show the level that the Lord ain't dealing with the rest of these people.
Hey, look at
He been on the one.
Go ahead. I got some. The 2 Peter 1:19. Wow. It said, it said, we have also a more sure word of prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
When you do
Hey, why do we have a sure word? They called it a sure word of prophecy. Why? Because like I just said, we're watching it actually happen. We're watching what the Lord said go down right now. Matter of fact, for you brothers who have been in over 5 years, you're watching what you said years ago happen now. That's a blessing.
That's why that's why them brothers like the elder say 5 years plus. That's why you so, because you like, oh shit, this actually happening.
It's happening now. Like, yeah, you getting amped.
And the younger brothers looking like, what the hell is energy coming from?
like shoot, we were talking about it at first. Right. That's why the young brothers like, where that energy coming from? So we were talking about it at first, but now we watching that shit actually happen.
That's right.
We told
13.
Bro, we told y'all 10 years ago. The football games, the basketball games, all of this. I said, this man go, and then we told y'all this man gonna create a pandemic.
Right.
And guess what he did?
He did it.
He created a pandemic.
Yeah.
And then he shut everything down.
That's it.
He did everything that we said that he was gonna do. But that ain't just us. No, he did everything that we said the Lord was gonna do. Thus saith the Lord. The Lord did all of this. Right?
No, I'm just saying Esau is just the Lord's puppet.
Yeah. That's all it is. He's still a servant to the Most High. Even Esau.
Mm-hmm. Come on,
So everything that he does in wickedness, that's according to the will of Yahweh Shemel.
It has to
You
happen.
can't ever escape that because the demon that's controlling him, Belial, which his name is Montan Busak, I believe that Montan Basak. Yeah. He controls what's going on in this earth. All right. He's Satan. And Esau done tapped into this thing. All right. He done tapped into Belial. That's why he able to do what he able to do.
Just how we at one with the right hand of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Esau is in one with the left hand of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Come on.
Montan Bach.
Esau,
Montan Bach.
when it comes to Yahweh, Esau is obedient. He's doing what he's created to do. He's in the Most High's goodwill.
He can't even go beyond those powers.
But when it comes to Jake not doing what he's created to do. Jake is created to keep the commandments. That's the conclusion of the whole matter. To not go on.
That's the balance of it.
All right? But Esau is more obedient than Jake. That's why the scriptures say the children of light are more
No, we're saying children of this world.
Yeah, children of this world are more
Wiser
wise
than
than children of light. But the children of this world are doing what they're created to
But when
do.
they say wiser than the children of light, they just talking about according to the world.
Yeah, according to the world.
They can climb up into society in higher
They
places
got more.
than we can.
And he's wiser than the children of the light because we go back to that blessing that Isaac gave.
Yeah.
The man got the fat of earth and the sword of heaven, and you live by the sword.
It
It
was
was
given
given
to him from the
Yeah.
So what the fuck can a Negro do?
Even.
Hey, you
can
can't
stop
do nothing
that.
about that.
You can how righteous you is.
Hey, you got to pull up, boys.
Given unto him.
Right, you got to pull up, boys. Pulling up at a gun range, and like, yeah, this nigga Esau pull up on us. You got something for him. Like you using what Esau created. Right, this man
That's
is
Esau's tool in your hand. Now you talking shit about crackers.
right.
Well, his tool in your hand.
Exactly. And matter of fact, you know what the Lord called Esau? The sword. He called him a sword. Like Esau is a fucking sword. Why would you use a sword
against
Ezekiel 20.
a sword.
Yeah.
Right, like he's a
Remember,
sword who takes everything.
So I back you up the well, like not only is he blessed with the sword, but the scripture say he's the basis of men. That means he's willing to do the most low down. He's willing to get the nastiest, the grimiest, the less moral than any other race on the earth. And on top of that, this nasty motherfucker is blessed with the sword. Hell no. Okay, that's what we up against.
How you gonna hit against that?
Hey, and that's why the most I say, I created the smith to blow the coal
I said,
I created and to destroy. He created to destroy you. Esau is obedient, man. He's obedient. Jake the one that's fucked up. Jake fucked up.
Every nation in the earth doing what they're supposed to do. Stick to the script. Except for you Negroes. Lock you up there.
Hey,
Real talk.
if I may back up the elder, what he said you're blessed with the sword and you're the basis of all men. Let's just look at what we had in 2021, man. And you can look back 20 years to where a lot of these so-called military problems started. After 9/11, he went after who? He went after Afghanistan, he went after Iraq, and he made Iran a target because he said that they had the ability. He didn't say that they had it right then and there. He lied on Iraq. He said they had it. He said like they had the ability to get the arms. All right? But this is the crazy thing. What you are demonizing them for, you the only nation on the face of the earth that actually used these weapons. There's no other nation on the face of the earth that used nuclear weaponry other than Esau, Edom, and other than the Alahayim. It's going to be no other nation on the earth after Esau, Edom to use a nuclear fucking weapon because it destroys blood. Let's say this.
Hey, matter of fact, if I can say this, the brother made a point about Esau earlier. It was a lot earlier, actually, Brother Lockman. And he said, try to leave this country without a passport and see how free you are.
I'm about to finish this up. Just finish. I'm about to pass it on to the brother with the precept. Just like this. You wouldn't use this logic if somebody, all of these brothers, we all have our own houses that we report to. If somebody broke into your house, matter of fact, you got it, so you'll be able to speak on your precept when you break it down. If somebody break into your house, are you gonna pour gasoline on your house and put a fire on your house to get the intruder out of your house? Bro, Esau was the only nation that's policing nuclear weapons, and he's the only nation that ever used, and the only nation that ever will use nuclear weapons. Man, you got it out.
He policing nations for nuclear weapons that he sold to them. He gave them the weapons.
I set the hose on fire, and then come in the back door, like I'm trying to say,
with the firefighter suit on.
Or the Al-Qaeda.
To police a nation, you give them what? Diplomatic sanctions upon them, man. Okay? To what? The European Union, what they do, man. The NATO is what? It's military. The EU is political, man. Put these tariffs upon you, and tariffs do what? They lead to real wars. So these tariffs they put up on these other nations like Iran and Russia and everything like that, those sanctions are going to lead to a real war, man. Every fucking nation right now has a hypersonic missile right now. Pakistan, India. Now they're saying the Taliban has nuclear weapons right now. And then Biden has invited these fucking Afghanistan Ishmaelites over here to Babylon. What is scheduled to do?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a terrorist attack on American soil. Yeah, man. And who you gonna blame with that? You gonna blame the I ain't gonna go into that.
That all goes back to the point, bringing out saying that he's doing what he's supposed to do. But Jake is the only nation on the planet Earth that's not doing what the Lord have him to do. But this is just to back it up. This is Jeremiah 6:16. Thus said the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old path where was a good way, and walk therein. But ye shall find rest, and ye shall find rest for your soul. But they said, we will not walk therein. And that's what Jake do. Jake don't want to walk in the ways which they do. But every other nation on the planet is doing what the Lord instructed them to do. But the Lord said, what? Hey, keep the commandments. Also, he said the whole duty of man is to serve, is to fear the Lord Most High. But Jake said we will not walk therein. All right, and why is that? Because they're rebellious. Yeah.
You don't have Jake don't have no fear of the Lord. That's what it is. That's right. It's no fear out here, man.
Because their fear is still out, bro. Because that fear is talking about the precepts of men. All right, and our nation go after a nation that cannot save us, and and they love it so because of the simple fact that hey, we're Hellenized and our people are taught to what? Hey, follow after the oppressor, going back to the Willie Lynch level.
You're right. See, our people, they follow after Willie Lynch. Our people are fucking confused, man. See, the thing is, I had a guy who I know him all the way back from high school. He's been watching the videos, and now he's interested in the faith. But we gonna get used to that. Speaking of that, a lot of these guys and women who know us, hey, when it keep hitting the wire, because it's coming down to the wire, you're gonna start finding out, like, wait a minute. Damn, these people hitting me up. They going crazy over this shit. Yeah. But with that being said,
that happened to me recently.
Oh, yeah. We having it happen. Like, these guys are coming out the woodworks like, hey, I'm watching the video. But the thing is, like the brothers getting into, our people, you don't watch the videos, you don't do nothing. And this guy, he asked me a question. He said, what do I do with my wife if she keep pressuring me to take pressuring me for her to take the vaccination? And he said, what do I say? I said, never tell somebody to make a decision out of fear. And that's my point. You see, most of these people out here, they're zombies. They're fucking zombies, man. Yes. They make a decision out of fucking fear. Yes. They make a decision
not even out of fear.
Emotion. It ain't logic or nothing like I'm
Elder, that example that you used earlier when you were talking about how sheep, remember you said sheep, they don't have to have a purpose. They just gonna follow whoever the first one leading the motherfucking pack. They just gonna run behind that person.
Yeah, a dog will lead sheep. That's why they call a sheep dog. A dog will lead damn sheep to the damn barn house. See what I'm saying? You ain't even got to do it. Or the slaughterhouse. A dog will lead them right in there.
A dog leaving the sheep in America to the slaughterhouse right now.
Mm-hmm. And see, this man is filthier than a dog. And he's leading you to the slaughterhouse, man. And our people don't think. They don't read the scriptures. Now ask our people if they believe in the Most High and if they trust the white man. That's what they gonna say. They gonna say they believe in the Most High with all their heart, and then they gonna say, "Oh yeah, I don't trust the white folks." But then as soon as this jab shit came out, all of that, everybody got scared. Oh yeah, now all of a sudden, I'm about to take the jab. I'm about to do that. So as soon as Esau flex on you, just a little bit, you get scared and you start flinching, and now all of a sudden you're doing whatever he tells you to do. Now all of a sudden it's true. Man, I lost my taste and smell. It's free. Like, you know that's called the flu, right? Right. The flu. The flu makes you lose your taste and smell. Not this disease that they claim. Yeah. It's the flu that does it. And notice that the numbers always go up when the seasons change. Ain't that when people get sick? When the weather changes? You can't go from summer to winter in one day. You in 95 degrees out here in Brazil. But then you go back to Canada and it's fucking 32 degrees. 20s. And you trying to figure out why you're sick. You're sick because you left 90 degrees and came back to 30 degrees. Right. That had nothing to do with the disease they're saying is spreading across the earth.
Buying into Esau's narrative, man. That'll just have you even more confused, man. It's Job 30:1, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set
with the dogs of my flock.
Right. So you got Esau. This devil, we wouldn't even let this devil sit with our dogs, man. That's how bad he was. And you want to know why we wouldn't let this devil sit with our dogs? Because we're afraid he might try to have sex with them. That's just to be honest. He's that much of a degenerate. Hey, they still catching Edomite women having sex with a dog and a horse.
When I was in high school,
Edomite women love to fuck the horse.
Edomite women was getting pounded by a dog.
A lot of them Edomite women have got killed because the horses are too big. Too big for them.
Let me bring this up to back up the other. If you read the newspaper, every time a bestiality charge come up, it's always the same nation of people. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Edomites. See what I'm saying? And come on right back. All right. But yeah, see the thing is, this is why you need to stay on the straight and narrow.
Bring it out, y'all.
Right. All right, stop falling into all this bullshit. All right. If you got a wife, okay, deal with her according to the scriptures. You got children, deal with them according to the scriptures. But anything coming before the scriptures and before the Lord, you need to be ready to cut it off. That's just the way that it is, man. If somebody's trying to stop you from doing what you need to do, that person got to go. You got to cut them off.
Can I say something?
It shall separate you from that company.
Right.
And speak evil in your name.
Right.
That's what you want to
Right. Right. Blessed when men shall speak evil of you in their company. They shall revile you for righteousness' sake. See, this is happening to you because, like the brother was speaking before the camera even cut on when he was talking about nerds. Nerds are those guys that everybody hated on because they were smart
And those things.
and knew shit. And the big guys and jocks and all that, they didn't know shit. So they were mad and they was beating up on the nerds. And a nerd will take that beat and then come back to school, make straight A's still. All right? That's us. We're these scholars. We're those men who tell you things that you don't want to hear. Professors. We're professors. We're the one to tell you, no, you're wrong. Scriptures actually say this. So therefore, you get hated. Your woman hates you. If you already got kids that's wrong, and you just came into the truth, they might hate you. See what I'm saying? You don't come into these positions to where, see, being right don't make you popular. All right? That's a misconception. See, Esau tell you, hey, when you're right, you're going to get popular, you're going to get rich, you're going to get famous. No. When you're right, this is when you get hated. You're the most loved and hated at the same fucking time.
Right.
That's a hard life to live. You're loved and hated at the same time. And if you got a woman, guess what? You live that life on a daily basis, especially if she lives with you. Because why? She loves you and hates you at the same time. So you catch hell.
She'll tell you that.
Right.
Bitch, I love you. I tell you, I love you and I hate you. Every J who's been in a so-called relationship that had a woman telling him, I love you, but I hate you. You can't have one without the other.
I hate that I love you.
Make it make sense.
How do you hate that you love me? See what I'm saying? But also at the same time, they don't understand also the burden that we have, the price and the burden that we took on when we told the Lord that we was gonna do this.
Can I say something other?
We had to count the fucking cost.
Right.
That's what we had to do. We had to count the cost, and every time that don't make you popular, that don't make you liked, that don't put you in a position to where everybody's gonna be like, oh, look at this man, he's wise, he's this, he's that. No. Matter of fact, people gonna point at you and be like, hey, this guy was Satan. Come on. That's what people gonna do to you. Why? Because you teaching the word.
That's right.
And you got to respond to them just like Yahushua responded to them.
And we know how.
Hey, and Satan going against Satan. How Satan cast out
Hey,
Satan.
Satan.
Yeah. If Satan gonna go against Satan, then his house gonna fall. All right. If a house is divided against itself,
How can it
it
stand?
shall surely fall. How can it
That's
stand?
right.
And that's us. But these people out here, they don't see it. But it don't matter what they see. All that matters is that they heard the word. So now you got us. We see it. And that's all that matters. That small sanctuary, like the Lord said. We're that small sanctuary. Hey, we're the ones amongst each other. It's raining outside, all this shit. And here we are talking to each other. And guess what? After this camp, we're going to talk to each other again.
Yes.
We're going to fellowship and we're going to talk to each other. And guess what? That small sanctuary. Hey, brother, hey, you know, say this. Hey, man, hey, the Lord, hey, this is what's going to happen. That's the spirit that we in, stay in. That is the safest place to be.
Shadow of the Almighty.
And I will speak personally, and I'm not saying this on no bragging or trying to make myself look. Look, I've been in it 15 years now.
Damn,
All right. I came in at the age of 17. I have watched men deviate from what I'm telling you now. Everything went wrong for these men. They did it for a woman. They did it for money. They did it because they got rebuked by a brother. They did it for whatever reason they had. And as soon as they deviated from the words, laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and they wanted to do their own thing, the Lord gave them over to their own ruin.
Lust.
And I watched this happen. And it puts me in fear until this day. And you'll watch this happen. See, the thing is, when you watch things like this happen to a man, it's different. It's different than knowing that it happened to a man than watching it happen to him. Right. And you're telling yourself, I hope. And man, I'm praying for the brothers out there, man. I hope I'm not right about this, what I'm seeing. This is what you're telling yourself.
I hope I'm not right.
I hope I'm not right about this. Hopefully the brother, maybe he just, was just too drunk or alcohol, yada, yada, yada. You're telling yourself these things. And then you just watch it all come to pass and you're like, man, goddamn. You don't get happy about this man falling out or nothing like that. You don't get happy about being right. No. You watching this shit happen to a man. An Israelite who believed at one point. Ain't nothing fucking good about that. This man believed at one point.
Yeah.
And now he's gone.
He's out of here.
Make sure that's not you.
Come on. Take out the Holy Spirit away from me.
Exactly. Make sure it's not you. We talk about our people going with Esau, all this other stuff. Make sure it don't happen to us. Philippians 2:12. Work out your own salvation. Make sure you doing your part. You living it. You make sure this your life. Like, yeah, we do videos on YouTube, but I'm gonna tell you something about this. All right, we do the videos on YouTube. We do all that. YouTube is only a catalyst to help us further the word.
Yes.
That's it.
Psalm
Right.
Fuck
18.
YouTube.
I'm in Psalms 91.
All right. What if it wasn't here?
That's right.
What if it wasn't here? What would you be doing if it wasn't here? If you didn't have to have a camera or anything, would you still come out and teach?
Yeah.
Would you still come out and do these things? Would you still go to people and be like, hey, this is what the Lord said?
would you still be there?
Face to face, that same energy.
Face to face. That's what the prophets of old did. They didn't have no damn YouTube. They were writing epistles.
Oh yeah, Paul
to the brothers.
all the way across the globe doing his ministry. They didn't have the web wasn't even created then.
Exactly.
I was edges.
They were traveling, having shipwrecks, everything.
Hey,
Just for the brothers.
Soldier.
Will you do that?
Get persecuted.
Will you do that? That is the ultimate question. Will you get on a ship just to go see some brothers and check on them? Will you write a letter if all this shit shut down? Would you write a letter and mail it out to your brothers to let them know how you doing and to see how they doing and tell them the words of the Lord? Is that you? That is what you're going to have to be in the times that we're coming in. We done told you about the dangers. It's coming. This shit gonna shut down. YouTube gonna ban us.
It was 8/11.
All right. Satan, when we start doing certain things, especially with spiritual power, healing people and everything like that, it's gonna come to a point to where this devil is gonna step in and he's gonna show his power.
Yes. And that's where that Revelation 12 gonna kick in. Because the men of the Lord are gonna be persecuted and have fame all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Fame and
Fame, that's it right there. As much as the Most High is building us up, even everybody's gonna know about the true men of the Lord, beginning with the elders and apostles of GMS. We're gonna be persecuted also, man. Because something is gonna happen. The Lord's gonna make something happen to where His truth is gonna just flourish throughout the whole four corners of the earth, and it's already doing it right now. So during that time, look, men are gonna be hated. They're gonna want to kill us, man. When you getting that fame like that, Esau gonna hate that shit, man. These niggas got more fame than they on a global stage like this. Kill them all, take them down. So that burning of great wrath is gonna come upon all of us, man.
Hey, he gonna be like, people starting to believe him now.
Yeah.
regular ass people gonna be trying to accept
Hosea 1 say what they are not being the name of the
This should be known.
no, not that one. But say that they are not my
This
children.
should be known.
Then shall you know that these are the children of the Most High. Go ahead.
The brother said that fame, all right? It's a cost to be famous on the left-hand side, and it's a cost to be for that fame on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, you got to do some left-hand shit.
Yeah,
On the right-hand side,
that is.
well, I mean, go ahead.
It's literally what you're saying. Like, it's 1 Corinthians 9 and outside of verse 24. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain.
Mm-hmm.
And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown."
That's the right.
And was not your house shop famous when he was doing this thing? Everybody was saying, man, this guy he's doing it right now. Okay? And that came with persecution, man. You're being hung up on the cross, which was the worst death that a man can ever face. And the servant above his master. So we got to go down the same path. Scripture says through much tribulation shall we enter to the kingdom of heaven, man. You have something to say on that?
This 1 Corinthians 9 and 24. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things." Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown.
Come on.
But we an incorruptible.
Right. So we do it for an incorruptible crown. Like Yahweh Shai, he did it for an incorruptible crown, man. All right, because that's why when he was tempted, by Satan and stuff, he knew that, hey, look, that was an incorruptible crown. To have the riches of the world is an incorruptible crown. All right, because that shit.
No. To have the riches of the world is
I misspoke. To have the riches of the world is a corruptible crown. To have the riches to inherit the kingdom is an incorruptible crown, because the kingdom shall be forever for Yahshua. All right. And then the scripture say, put off the mortal and put on the
Immortality,
which is an incorruptible crown.
Right. Hey, like they death is swallowed up in victory, because you ain't gonna be able to sin no more, man. Right, that's when you get that ultimate incorruptible crown.
That's when that new covenant kicks in, which goes into the spiritual mindset, that lahab. It has to enter to the mind. Even on the movie, if I can say real quick, even on the movie The Matrix, what did Morpheus tell Neo? the body cannot live without the mind. Okay? So without the mind, you're dead, man. Jake is destroyed already through the mind. He's done. You 2/3, you're fucking done. Hosea 4:6. Why? Because you have no knowledge.
Hey, so, and to back you up, you said through the mind you're what?
You're dead.
All right, and through the mind you're also delivered. Because the only thing that's holding us back after we come into this light is our bodies. When we go off, we don't go off in thought. We don't go off and be like, what? I think I'm gonna entertain Christianity. When we go off, we be through our weak ass, fleshy ass fucking vessels that we have to travel in, man. You got it all.
Yeah, you're not supposed to send weapons.
That's right.
All right, that's right. Because see, you got niggas out here. They say they'll be in the middle of a church and they'll say, "I'm not asking forgiveness for what I've done.
Man, that's Hebrews 10 and 26.
I'm asking forgiveness for what I'm about."
Yeah, that's Hebrews 10 and 26.
And it's like you asking forgiveness for something that you're going to do that you know is wrong.
But don't do
Yeah, that's the simple part. Don't do it. But no, when you living by Belial,
figure it out.
all right, and when you under the influence of Satan, this is the way that you talk. God hates the sin. Not the sin.
Our Bible tells us this.
Bust that up right now.
I got it myself.
Oh, well, that's the right 12 right there. Yeah,
I got a quick one.
It's easy for
Okay, go ahead.
Look, 1 Corinthians 9 and 26. As therefore, you can break down. As therefore, so run, not as uncertainly. So fight I, not as one that beateth the air.
right. Because a lot of men, you fight like you fucking beating the air, man. See, if you over here like, yeah, I see the wind coming, I'm about to punch that shit. No, that's not gonna happen. You're wasting your time and energy trying to hit the air. That's why I said don't run like you beat the air. You gotta have a purpose. And every man needs to ask themselves their purpose in the truth.
Right.
What are you really here for? Are you here for Yahweh Hashem Shine? Or are you here for, do you want some preeminence? Do you want some fame, vainglory, some shit like that? All right. Every man needs to ask that question. All right. What are you here for? What do you want out of this at the end of the day? When you take on this burden, when you take on this cross, all right, what do you want? All right. Now the answer you should have is salvation. To be in righteousness and harmony with no wickedness ever again.
That's right.
That should be the answer you have. If you have anything different from this, do some
self-evaluation.
Self-evaluation. And like the scripture say in Corinthians, examine thyself that thou be in the faith.
Be in the faith.
Right.
Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind.
Yeah. So you need to be fully persuaded in your own mind with the faith. If you're thinking differently than that, then you're not really on the right track. So you need to do some self-evaluation. I'm not knocking a brother who think differently. Because a brother who do think differently, he has a chance to get his mind right. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Examine yourself and get your mind right. So you can receive eternal life and get salvation. Because that's what you want at the end of the day. You want peace at the end of the day. If you're a nigga that just want to live in this society and be like, yeah, shit, I'm good. I make 6 figures. Or I'm this. Nah, well, you still gonna get pulled over by a cop. You still got Esau Reuben and shit. You still got homosexuality. You still got all this wickedness. You still a nigga. Right. And you still a nigga. More than ever.
Your girl could call 3 numbers to get you put out your own house tonight.
Yep. That's it.
Hey, I got you one bang up that piece, huh? This Isaiah 26 and 3. Hold on, real quick, back him up, huh? It's Isaiah 26 and 3. It says, thou will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind whose mind is stayed on thee because he trusteth in thee.
Exactly. So your mind is supposed to stay on your Yahweh Hashem Yahushua because you trust him. All right? That's where you're trusting. So when it comes to a woman, when it comes to any of this shit, hey, your old lady gonna act crazy. Why? Because wisdom is a woman. Wisdom is likened unto a woman. So, right. Sophia. So it's like a thing that take hold of you and it feels so good. Like a fine ass woman that you have sex with. That's how wisdom feels. It's like it take hold of you and it just feels so good. And you can't get enough of it. It's like, all right, I can't get enough of it. You want some more every single time. Every time you thought that was enough, you want some more. Like, I want some more of this. You see what I'm saying? So guess what your woman gonna do? She's gonna get mad at you for being in the faith. Yeah. But as a man, everybody's gonna be mad at you for being in the faith.
That's the cost that comes.
Right? Even if you got children, your children, when you finna go do camp, your children probably like, Daddy, I don't want you to leave. Like, no, I gotta go. Right. See what I'm saying? And but see, these are the necessary sacrifices. Remember, Romans chapter 12 tells you make your body a living sacrifice. Right. So you are the sacrifice. You are the one that takes all this on and endure to the end. Now, for those who don't endure to the end, see, they took all this on but didn't count the cost. So now it's like, dang. So you're going to learn all this and get the word and then leave. And then as soon as the going get tough, you just like, yeah, I'm done.
Got niggas in the city. I'm done, man.
You're going to keep doing this thing, man.
Niggas say I'm done out here, man.
Hey, Satan just walked by and he grinned. But the thing about Satan knew what we were saying was the truth.
You saw that smile, huh?
Like that. And you can tell by Satan's look, like, nah, they not gonna stop. We ain't gonna stop, man. All right.
I got a quick one. You said that this truth is like it to a woman, and your woman not gonna like another woman, right, Elder?
Mm-hmm.
Sirach 37 and 11. Neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous, neither with a coward in matters of war, nor with a merchant concerning exchange, nor with a buyer of selling. But we're gonna
right. That's why you can't talk to another woman about, especially if you're dealing with another woman. You can't really talk to her about what you and the other woman doing. Even if she know you got another woman, can't do that. But the most important part, what we're talking about, is wisdom. There you go. See, you can't deal with your woman according to wisdom. She don't understand it. I mean, she'll listen to you. Right. She'll listen to you. She'll do all that. But also at the end of the day, she's not going to understand what you understand. All right. She want to watch Netflix
and chill.
She want to Netflix and chill. That's what they call it. Netflix and chill. Yeah. She want to watch the new show that came out on HBO Max. She want to be taken to the movies. She's complaining why you don't spend no time with her.
They want all that camp days, conference calls days, days. You feel me? That's when they wanted the most.
They wanted the most. Yep. Like you said, hey, when you dealing with the ministry, that's when they wanted the most. Right. That's when they like, can you make that sacrifice with me? Hey, guess what your answer should be? No. Take it easy. That's not gonna happen. This come first. All right. Oh, you want to travel? You want to travel where? It ain't no camp there. Hey, that's what you tell her. It ain't no camp there. We can't do that. Well, okay. You want to go to Florida? Which part? Okay, the brothers out there. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. That's how you deal with her. And that's the way you're supposed to. But the unfortunate part about this is you have simps that also learn. Yeah. And
They don't do that. They tell you, I'm going to be gone this week. I'm being Sandra Pay. So what about the work? You going to get the work in earlier? What you going to do?
I did a video last night.
I did a 5-minute sit down last night. Like, no, you skipping out being on the highway just because your woman done pressured you into going somewhere. You could have done this with the brothers. You could have set something up differently. There ain't nothing wrong with traveling. But no, this ministry, it always comes first. And that's the Father's business. Right. You got to handle the Father's business. That's what even Yahweh Shai told his own mama. When his mama was coming to him saying she needed something.
That's right.
He told his own mama, I'm about my father. He said, what do I have to do with you, woman? I am about my Father's business. Don't interrupt me. He had to tell his own mama. He didn't disrespect his mama, but he had to let mama know, I am about my Father's business. And you know that. Because she did know that. But she like, hey, I'm mama, and I got jurisdiction. I'm going to tell him.
And he got it right.
She knew where he was.
Yeah.
He was bringing it up.
This first Ezra 4:26.
Mama know her baby.
Yea, many there be that have run out their wicks for women and become servants for their sake.
Right. So you have, that's why I said, unfortunately, you have men who's even coming to the truth. That's why the scripture say wine and women make men of understanding to fall away.
That's right.
That means you had understanding, you had wisdom. But wine and women made you lose. You see what I'm saying? You can't do that. All right. Men done went out their wits for women and started serving them. So, and guess what? So now, you might have a woman. Ain't you with them brothers? Tell them to take some money out of the tights. I need to get this. And then you got a simp over here like, I don't think that's good. All right, well, I'm gonna tell the brothers. Hey, I need help on the rent. Yeah. No, it ain't about rent. No, you got her so she could buy some new shit, and she used you to do it. The rent was paid, man. The rent was paid. But Jake doing that for his woman. But he's not going to tell you that he's doing it for his woman. Yeah. Because he's a simp.
Come on.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can't be that. That's why Pastor Hall, when he came out, he was telling you, well, I think it was about a while ago, he said, let your women keep silence in church.
That was last week.
No, it was a few weeks ago. But he was telling that he said, I'm putting out an order. Hey, these women who want to come in for it, don't let them, hey, tell them to shut up. You know what I'm saying? Because women got to learn to be in order, man. Come on. You can't just be loudmouth talking and thinking that, hey, you about to get your way just because you cry and holler. You act like a child, man. And as a man, hey, you got to rule a woman.
Come on.
A woman got to be in order.
Yeah.
That's just the way that it works.
They don't have it.
I saw Eve walking by. Eve looking like,
Hey, you saw that.
you ain't going to rule me. Yeah. Well, guess what? You're going to be alone. That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to be killed. I recommend, brothers, listen to the song by Bobby Womack. It's called Think You're Lonely Now. Yeah, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight. All right? See, and see, this was a man, he wasn't simple. Bobby Womack wasn't simple. He was telling you, like, look, you think you're lonely now. You talking crap about me now. Okay, I'm gone. Wait until tonight. Wait to take the trouble. Right. Exactly. Now us, we like, wait until take the trouble. Let's see what you talk about then. Real quick, to back up the brother said, this is 1 Timothy 3:5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of the Most High? Right. Ooh. And guess what? Any man who's become a simp, and I can tell you, in my years being in this truth, any man that I've seen become a simp, he loses his edge. He loses it. He might be on fire at first, but then he meets one particular one. He don't fellowship no more. Or if he do fellowship,
It's only for like 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. Then he say, I'm about to head out. I gotta get some food. Hey, you next thing you know, hey, you hit him up. I'm washing dishes. Then you hit him up 2 hours later. I'm doing laundry.
You doing the laundry.
Like, you doing all this, like, and then he like, yeah, I'm trying to go ahead, get his family some food before I go to work. Before you go, does she work out?
No.
No. She don't work.
No, man.
She don't do nothing. And you washing dishes, doing the laundry, and trying to figure all this out on your own. And that's why I say, hey, men of understanding, they become servants. And it ain't right.